Hey fam, how y'all doing? I just wanted to come on here real quick before I lay down and share this lovely TikTok I saw with the late night host Jimmy Fallon. He is so hilarious. Now, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I could not stop laughing at this clip. Take a look.
The whole dang country wants to know where's the Epstein list. But Trump would rather change the subject. Yeah, it goes a little something like this. There's a video of him telling Jeff a joke. Time to go online and say there's sugar in our Coke. There's a card he sent to Jeff for his big birthday. Time to tell the NFL, go back to your old names. The problematic ones. Jeff was at his second wedding, it's causing lots of drama. Hurry up, turn on caps lock and say, let's arrest Obama. So many pictures of those two, yeah, they are not rare. Time to talk some trash about me, Kimmel and Colbert. Steal the trophy, raise a tariff, complain about T-Swift. Post a foot pic, sell some crypto, get a new butt lift. Threaten Greenland, dance on TikTok, yeah, you get the gist. Anything to get us stop asking about that Epstein list.
Salute to Jimmy Fallon, the late night host, for this lovely song that he made. It was quite comical. I could not stop laughing. The way he just trolls the Cheeto. Y'all know who I'm talking about, because I'm not saying that man's name. Okay, y'all not gonna have that man coming after me next, because he's coming after randoms just for no reason at all. But yeah, I know Cheeto is upset. He is probably flaming hot. Just like the snack, flaming hot. But it's so hilarious how his impressions are spot on. Like, he sounds just like that man. That's what makes it even funnier. But what I came on here to talk about is not only this video that I wanted to share with you guys, but I also wanted to talk about his buddy Jimmy Kimmel, who was recently suspended, the other late night host from ABC, for his quote-unquote remarks about the man who was unalived in, I believe, Utah, that he was at the rally. I'm not saying that man's name either, because a MAGA nut club ain't coming after me. I'm not saying no names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. So anyway, just to be clear, Jimmy Kimmel did not make any derogatory remarks. He just simply shared a clip of Cheeto and the way he reacted to the breaking news of the guy who was unalived. And he just mimicked Cheeto. That's all he did. And when they suspended him, supposedly of mimicking the guy who was unalived, which was not true, they basically violated his First Amendment right to free speech and censorship. And it's pretty much what this was. This was just pure censorship violations. Long story short, as soon as they suspended Jimmy Kimmel, the other late night host, not the one that I just played, this is a whole other person, a whole other white dude. Google him if y'all don't know who I'm talking about. He turned around and clapped back with a $1 billion lawsuit against ABC. Oh yeah, Jimmy Kimmel was not playing around. I said that's goody for their ass. Not only did Jimmy sue them, but because everybody was so upset how ABC treated Jimmy with this censorship deal about him, using his platform, talking about the Cheeto and everything else, the masses came together. The people have spoken. I'm talking about regular folks off the street, people on social media. When I say ABC and Disney fucked around and found out, FAFO'd real quick. Oh, they fucked around and found out real quick that the people is not playing with the censorship stuff. So what ended up happening? Disney ended up losing a total of $3 billion in a span of like 2 or 3 days because of the boycott for Jimmy Kimmel being suspended, because of the Cheeto not liking his comments and sharing the video. And I think the video was Cheeto coming back from his 3-day trip to London to the Royal Palace. And he was just saying some off the wall shit on that video. That's all it was. But yeah, when people come together as a collective, the voice is powerful. I'm gonna tell you right now, when people use their voices to shut down corporations, it's a real thing out here. Like in 2025, folks is not playing around, especially when it comes to like free speech and censorship. Oh, they're not playing. Let me tell y'all something. Not only did Disney lose $3 billion, on top of that, everybody came together as a collective and turned around and canceled all their subscriptions related to Disney. I found out that Disney owns Disney Plus, of course. They own ABC, they own Hulu, and they own Paramount Plus. And guess what? Everybody around the world, and I'm not just talking about here in America, I'm literally talking about people around the world, came together in unity to boycott for censorship rights and First Amendment rights, and they canceled all their subscriptions. I've seen TikTok videos of people all the way in Norway, Sweden, Paris, London, canceling subscriptions, not just America. This is why it's so massive. On top of them canceling subscriptions in the fight to boycott for Jimmy Kimmel to come back, they also canceled their Disney vacations. Do you know how much money that is? People have commented and said they had vacations as expensive as $5,000 to $10,000. That's expensive. That's a lot of money that Disney lost. On top of expensive ass Disney cruises and theme park vacations and season passes that people have canceled, one lady said they canceled a $150,000 wedding venue that they were going to have at Disney World because of this boycott deal. I was just like, whoa. To my surprise, I was just like, the masses have spoken. People are not fucking around. People are upset and they're tired of the bullshit. They're tired of feeling like they're under, a dictatorship, in my opinion. This is what it feels like. People are tired of not feeling free. And this is what happens when you FAFO with the wrong somebody about free speech. When you violate someone's free speech and you violate censorship and then you try to twist, the thing around and turn it around like they did something wrong, but they really didn't do anything wrong. This is what happens. And Disney suffered the repercussion quick. And I'm going to be honest, I personally never really been a fan of Disney. I never cared to go on a Disney cruise. Yeah, I've been to Disney World when I was a kid, when I was like 17, right after high school, but that was years ago. That was over 20 plus years ago. Had I had a desire to go back? Fuck no, not after this shit. I was actually planning to take a trip to Universal Studios in Florida. I believe Universal is also part of Disney. Child, you not getting my hard-earned black dollars now. Oh no, not after this shit. Because not only did they cancel, or they attempted, to cancel Jimmy Kimmel, but they also attempted to cancel Stephen Colbert, the other late night host. I believe he was suspended as well. I'm not sure if he's back on the air, but I know that they bringing Jimmy Kimmel's ass back on the air. Oh yeah, they're not playing around. They said that Disney was in a chokehold so bad they had to have an emergency meeting with their big wig executives at the resort. And they literally said, we're going to tell the masses that we're sorry. We're going to write an apology letter because we fucked up bad. And we realize that something as little as a small video that was meant for comedy was harmless. And that's basically what happened. And I even seen on some people's TikTok videos that Disney was literally begging folks to come back. Like people said they had like subscription notification offers saying that if you come back in less than 30 days, we'll lower your subscription from $9.99 to $2.99 for 6 months. I said, well, look at God. God works wonders. He sure does. And I just love the fact that when the people speak and the people have spoken, shit changes very, very fast. Yes. People have the power of the voice. The people's voice is powerful. Like, I'm convinced that your voice really matters. Because you know how people say that your voice matters when you go out and vote and do all this extra shit, with the whole politic mumbo jumbo. And I'm not big on voting. I'll be honest. I don't care about the blue side or the red side, the blue pill or the red pill. I'm not for either one of the donkeys. I honestly am more independent in my opinion, because I'm an independent thinker. I go for who I believe is best, to be in that position. But anyway, this is not what this is about. What this is about is the fact that your voice does really matter in a dire situation such as this, when people like Disney, a huge corporation that owns a lot of stock and a lot of shares, starts plummeting their stock, losing billions of dollars, losing millions of subscribers worldwide because of a simple boycott of censorship and First Amendment rights. This just reminds me of like the Black Power movement. Y'all remember like the Black Power movement, like back in the 70s and stuff. This reminds me of like the 60s. I feel like we're going back in time. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like a hippie movement where people are extra woke to the bullshit and they're not standing down. People out here are standing on business, not business, business. And they're not taking no more bullshit. And what they're doing is they're using their power of their voices through social media, such as TikTok, and they're letting it be known, like, we're not bowing down to the bullshit. We're canceling everything because we're tired of it. We're tired of being censored. And another fun fact before I go, I heard that TikTok is here to stay. Quick update. TikTok is going to end up being bought by an American corporation. I'm not sure who's buying it out, but it will be sold to somebody here in America. Not sure who, but whoever decides to buy out TikTok, hopefully it's not Meta, because Meta is owned by Facebook. And y'all know how they are. They censored in a mug. So fingers crossed they don't censor TikTok, because TikTok right now is uncensored as fuck. And that's why people use it all the time for stuff like this. For like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, I feel like we're living in a time of a new movement. And I honestly don't know what to call it, except for cancel culture. That's all I see. I see people canceling folks left and right. I see people getting FO'd real quick, fucked around and found out real quick because they stepped on the wrong toes. This also reminds me of the time when they got rid of DEI. Y'all remember DEI for hires, diversity, equity, inclusion, where employers would hire people based on the color of their skin, their religion, and so forth. Well, when they started getting rid of DEI for minorities and stuff, people started boycotting against big corporations, just like they did with Disney. They boycotted against Target. They boycotted against Walmart. And I believe they also boycotted against Starbucks at one point. And they lost a lot of stock between those boycotts. But long story short, the moral of the story is your voice is powerful. And when you come together and you unite with others as a collective, it becomes even more powerful, and it makes change in the world. It truly does make a change. I just like the fact that we can actually speak up for ourselves and it actually means something. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean like you're in a powerful position to just do whatever. No, this just simply means that a old regular off the street, it doesn't matter what kind of job you're in, it doesn't matter what, type of work you do in the community. I mean, you don't even have to be a public figure. Your voice is going to be heard. Just literally, like, people are not playing around. And I just love how people are still standing on business by saying, even when y'all bring Jimmy Kimmel back, we still not resubscribing to Disney. We still keeping our subscriptions canceled. We still canceling our vacations that we had planned for months and months and months. It's quite comical. It's quite comical in my opinion. But yeah, it's exhausting. It's a lot. A lot has happened in this week. Half of it I can't even remember. I mean, like, it's just a lot, y'all. But yeah, this is why I try to leverage my energy where it should be needed. This is why I try to focus. I try to, keep myself in a meditative state to where I'm more inclined and more in tune with myself versus being, bamboozled all the time or brainwashed by social media. I try not to really, scroll as much as I used to on TikTok or Instagram. I try to set boundaries as far as protecting my peace because sometimes those videos can be triggering and they're very addictive. And when you get addicted to like social media, it's hard to shut it off. And I think that's why I haven't really been sleeping too well. I think that's another reason why my brain doesn't shut off. I had to stop by CVS Pharmacy earlier tonight to go grab me some sleeping gummies to help me sleep, like melatonin gummies, because that's how bad my sleep has been off. And I'm still waiting on my CPAP machine to help with my breathing, because at nighttime, sometimes I choke in my sleep due to my sleep apnea and stuff. But anyway, enough about me and my sleep issues. I just wanted to share this video and share my insight of people clapping back in society and having their voices heard. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, okay? All right, y'all take care now. Bye.